We're going to continue with this theme. I'm going to ask Judie and Christi to come on up, if you can. And Clenar, I guess you're going to be the official escorter to the memorial for you. But I tell you, I've wanted this to happen for quite some time. So I really thank God that we finally were able to get our calendars together and make it happen. So Judie, here you are.
Thank you very much, Pastor Hoy. Thank you all. It's such an honor to be in this room with so many pro-life giants. And that also includes the speakers. But this room is filled with people that I know what you've done for the pro-life movement. I'm going to exceed my time today to Christi. I'm here today with my husband of 53 years and this youngest, previous supportive husband. Christi's our youngest of 6 children and the beloved aunt of our 26 grandchildren. But she's had quite an amazing life, and I would actually say that Christi is exceptional. Now, most people would take that to mean she's accomplished exceptional things, which is true. But the point that I want to make with you today is that when people say they're pro-life, so often you will see people say, except. I'm pro-life except in the case of rape, incest, and birth defects. When they're talking about birth defects, most commonly what they're talking about is Down syndrome. And that's why I want you to meet my exceptional daughter today, because those people don't know what they're missing. There has been a concerted effort ever since Roe versus Wade to make prenatal diagnosis easier, cheaper, and universal. We've lived to see that happen now as far as people with Down syndrome. 90% of women who get a prenatal diagnosis of Down syndrome abort that baby. So we're facing the elimination of people like Christi. So I want her to tell you a little bit about what her life is like and what it means to her. Okay, now can you turn pages and hold that too?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
When I was in high school, my English teacher, Mr. Bonner, taught us about Shakespeare. Everyone else had to memorize about 16 lines from Romeo and Juliet, but I only got to memorize 8 lines. If we were tested in front of the class, I ran fast. After I did it, Mr. Bonner told everyone that they would get an A if they could have as well as I did. One boy complained, "That's not fair. She didn't have to memorize as many lines as we did." Mr. Bonner glared at him and said, "Oh, go count your chromosomes." If he could count his chromosomes, he would see 46 chromosomes in every cell. That's because there are 23 different chromosomes. He has 2 of each kind. He got 1 copy from his father and 1 copy from his mother. Sometimes cells end up with 3 copies of chromosome number 21. That extra chromosome, number 21, causes Down syndrome. Get it? Yeah. The scientific name is trisomy 21. Get it? Yeah. Trisomy. Tri meaning 3, and somy is from the word chromosome. When I was 25, I found out that I have an unusual kind of Down syndrome. It's called mosaic Down syndrome. Mosaic Down syndrome means that most of my cells have trisomy 21, but not all of them. Some of my cells are normal. I'm not sure which cells keep getting me into trouble. Mom says, I don't know, I am. I lost a few though. Mom says I'm too smart for my own good. But hey, she spent her life trying to help me be smart. 3 people who have Down syndrome are made in God's image. That's right. Amen. And likeness just like everybody else. So of course, we hope and dream the same things like everybody else. I am blessed that my dreams have come true. First, people with trisomy 21 don't want to be lonely. We want to have friends, right? Second, people with trisomy 21 want to live on our own. They used to hide us in institutions, but no more. In Dallas, Austin and I live in our own duplex with support from his parents and our neighbors. Austin works full-time in a law office. We do our laundry, we clean our home, we go to the grocery store. There's 2 copies going on with God. Yes, I can.
Okay.
Oops. I love to cook. It's not always easy. One time, I almost blew up our kitchen when I overflowed the coffee pot and the water flowed down inside the oven. There were lots of flames, but the dinner was okay. Third, people who have Down syndrome can learn, and we want to keep learning things, right? I went to junior college for 6 years, and I loved it. My GPA is 3.9 because I got 1 B in dance choreography. Mom went with me to help, but I did the work. I might be the first person with Down syndrome to be a junior college TA teaching assistant for beginning drama for 2 semesters. Wow. Next, people with Down syndrome want to work. My first real job was in my brother's dental office. I was so smart that I figured out that if I wrote down lots of hours on my time card, I would get paid more. Now, I have 3 jobs I love. I am a courtesy clerk at Safeway. I love working with people, and I love getting my paycheck. Unfortunately, the union takes all of my money. So of course, I volunteer at John Muir Hospital. I almost have 900 volunteer hours. I deliver flowers, take specimens to the lab, take blood products, and discharge patients going home. I even sit at the computer and help visitors for 10 years. Lots of doctors, nurses, patients and visitors have seen this person who have Down syndrome helping others. Yes, we want to help people too. My third job is at a St. Thomas Aquinas school in Dallas, Texas, where I volunteer to help the teachers and the little children. I help with science, computers, yard duty, and Spanish. Sí, yo hablo español. Okay? And sign language. How did I end up in Dallas? Well, my biggest dream was to be a wife. 3 years ago, my dream came true when I married the love of my life, Austin. Good to see is my husband now. Austin is handsome and kind and sweet, and he is a wonderful dancer. At first, Austin didn't want to talk about what he would call that marriage stuff. Just like most men, right? But I didn't give up. And finally, he popped the question. Thank you so much for inviting me here today so I can spread the word. That's just because I have Down syndrome doesn't mean I can't have a great life. Amen. I want you to know that we are more alike than different. It's important. You see, the American College of OBGYNs that has decided that every pregnant mother should be tested to find out if their unborn child has Down syndrome. We know that most mothers who find out if their unborn baby has Down syndrome don't give that baby a chance. They think it's a tragedy that they don't want to face. When you hear about that, this is what I want you to remember about me. I didn't write most of this talk, but I know what I am saying. And I can't deliver it. No one is up here but me. I may not be as intelligent as some people, but I know how being smart can cause trouble. Being smart isn't always what makes people happy, but being good is. Mother, watch it. I have managed to get a diploma, to teach at junior college, to drive a car, and use my iPhone and iPad, and print out my own boarding passes online when I fly back and forth from California to Texas. I can check in for a flight at the airport all by myself. And I got Austin to finally pop the question. Remember, we are more alike than different. I love my family. I love my friends, like you guys. I love my apartment. I love my jobs. And I love my husband. God has truly blessed me. I have an extra chromosome, number 21, in most of my cells. But I love my life. God bless all of you, and thank you.